Hello, beautiful friends. I'm really excited to share with you a message from the elemental forces of creation, which I will be channeling intuitively, but also bringing through the messages from the beautiful card deck of the elemental forces of creation oracle that I have been blessed to be able to redesign and rebrand based upon my mentor Lisa Michaels' work. So currently, this deck is been just available to creation coaches who are in my Radiant Evolution Academy for conscious creation coaches and transformational workshop facilitators, where I've been teaching them how to work with the elements and use them to facilitate really beautiful holistic workshops and coaching that brings people back into balance. So I'm going to be sharing a message from 5 elements that are going to create this unified field. The elements are representative of the as within, so without mysteries. Each element, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, has this corresponding inner realm. So super, super excited to share with you. So I'm gonna just drop in, as I always do before I give a reading, before I do anything like that, just with a breath. So if you want to take a breath with me, please have at her. I like to just go in through my nose and just sigh it out. And I set the intention to connect in with the earth. I work very closely with Gaia, imagine rooting in. I also love connecting up with my highest self, the most visionary aspect of me, and allow that connection to bring forward exactly what it needs to, right? So I know that I'm sourcing from, the all that I am and my multidimensionality, not just the ego or my mind level, right? Bringing it all into alignment. So let us set up next week with a message that we need to hear from Earth. Okay, so it's coming through first. Through Earth is stewardship. This beautiful card, by the way, was designed by myself and Nicole Rose. And we have some design elements from Yali the Illumineer, who is a friend on here. Maybe I should tag her so she can see some of these beautiful ones. Nicole put them together. So what the heck is stewardship? It's taking care of something. Being a steward is to be basically responsible for caretaking. And you can be a good steward, you can be a bad steward. So when the stewardship card is coming up, especially in the earth realm, it's inviting us to look and say, okay, the earth realm is the physical. It's our bodies, it's our homes, it's our structures and foundations, it's even our finances. So what systems, structures, or physical aspects of yourself need some good caretaking? What have you kind of left to the side? For some of you that are watching, it is the finances, and you've been kind of doing a little like, if I don't look, then there are no problems. I've done that so many times. I just feel like I don't need to know the exact state of the affairs right now. So this stewardship card is saying, look, like open your eyes and look and see what needs your attention right now in your physical surroundings, in your finances. Is there a part of your home that is requiring your attention? There are a few people that are going to be watching this that are in a space where you need some decluttering. You need to do some cleaning of the physical space around you. And then for some of us, no. This one's for all of us. It's the body. There's a part of your body that you've been neglecting that needs some literal attention. And it could be anything from dry, cracked heels. Like you don't have to go and get yourself a pedicure, but maybe you need some lotion. Maybe you need to grab the pumice stone and just give your feet some attention. Maybe it is your digestive system. Maybe you know that you just have not meal prepped and planned. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever comes to you first of like, oh, I need to pay attention to this part of my life that is a physical thing, a system, a structure. Whatever one comes to your mind first, that's what this is referring to. Let it be right. Let whatever pops into your mind first be the thing that is for you. And it could be several things. I know for me, There's decluttering I can do. There is some caretaking that I can do for my body. I just went skating today and I was like, oh yeah, my lower back's been asking for me to really stretch it for a few days now and I have not, and I noticed it. So just start to pay attention to those messages, and when the things pop up like, oh, I should really have a money date with myself, I should really look at my finances, I should really sweep the kitchen, do the thing. Be a good steward of your surroundings this week to the best of your availability. I am not saying judge yourself harshly for not doing the things. That's not where we're going. That's not the energy we're playing in. Be kind to yourself, be compassionate, and it's not wrong that you haven't gotten to it yet. There's no hate on there. You don't get to beat yourself up about it. It's just time, okay? Time to pay attention to whatever is coming through in that. So the earth is that physical realm, and we're going to go to the emotional realm, right? So earth is the structures and the foundations. The water realm is emotions. And when I started working with the water realm and the emotional realm consciously about 10, 11 years ago, it was a game changer for me. It taught me how to be comfortable with my emotional self, because that was not my area of expertise. And it really, I say, often taught me how to be fully human and fully present and like allow feelings to come through that from a child, I very much like squished down. I mean, the good emotions, sure, I was very happy to have those and share those, but the other ones, you know? So, the message from water that's coming through today is to run a clear, clean current. All right, so what that means when it comes to the emotional realm is looking at water, looking at your emotions like a body of water. Are you stagnant right now? Is there murky feelings that are just like stuck in different places of your body? Is there grief that hasn't been expressed? Sorrow or anger that's just bubbling under the surface, that's festering and getting really stinky and swampy? Or maybe there is a storm that is raging, right? No matter what your current situation is, water is saying it's time to let the feelings be felt, whatever they are: frustration, anger, guilt, joy, excitement, like good or bad, so that you can let them move through you. Any unfelt emotions get stuck in our body, and after a while they can actually cause dis-ease, like we don't feel good, or actually disease as well. So feeling the feelings, letting them go, so you can have this clear, clean current running through you, and it's not that stagnant, swampy, emotional soup. And this is an ongoing practice. It's not a one and done. It's a thing we get to do every day. And this week, it's particularly coming up for us. So working to allow the feelings to move through us instead of feeling like we have to hide them and like tuck them away somewhere without letting them have their full thing. And I know it can be uncomfortable, it can be scary, like sometimes we don't want to go in, but the thing is, if you look at a child, they fully feel their feelings because they haven't yet been taught to stamp them down and keep control and all of that. And they'll feel the feelings, and they'll be intense. It could be stormy, it could be joy, like whatever. They feel them full on. And then what happens is it's dissipated, right? It's not there. It's not sticking to them. It just, it moves through, and then you can just move on with life. So when we're in that clear, clean, current state, we can just let the things flow. So that's what's happening in the emotional realm for us this week. Let me grab my air cards. My table's a little far away. So the air realm is the mental realm, and the mental realm is the one that has to do with our belief systems, both our own personal ones and the collective consciousness. It also has to do with vibrational attunement, our ability to focus and set intentions. So let me just grab the card for today. Oh, that's so funny because I pulled this earlier as well. Soaring. Breathe that in. soaring is better than flying, right? It's moving into that space of the visionary where you can be above everything and looking down on it. And the energy of soaring is inviting us to take the higher perspective so that we can see the whole picture. So for us right now, sometimes we can get lost in the details, right? We are lost on the ground and we're just like seeing all of the trees in front of us and not even realizing that it's this vast forest. So with the soaring energy, it's inviting you to zoom out, take that higher perspective and understand how the pieces that are right in front of you are fitting into your past and the possible future and everything that's around you, right? It's an invitation to see the greater puzzle altogether as opposed to just looking at this one piece or this one little section. The other thing that the energy of soaring is sharing with us today is for this week, like allowing ourselves to move to that space of expansion and possibility and bringing in that ability to fly is it's the frequency that's going to support us the most, right? Instead of staying really close to the ground, like really stuck to the earth, which can be really powerful sometimes. Next week's energy is like, let's do it, let's fly, let's take advantage of the energy that's really opening up this week, because I know the beginning of January felt very heavy and dense and close. And so if you are able to, if you have this availability, time to dream. That's what soaring is about too. Dreaming. What is possible? I almost went to Spirit next. Usually I would go to Fire, but Spirit, let's just do it. I just grabbed the Spirit cards. So Spirit's the ineffable soul essence aspect of us and the all that is when we're tuning in here. And what would like to come through for you, for me, for us this week is about essence expression. Yeah. You know, I love this card the first time I saw it, and then I looked behind me and I was like, oh, that's why I like it so much. Essence expression, what the heck is that? You have an essence. It's unique. It's different than anybody else's essence, just like mine is, yours is, your kids, your partners. We all have this unique, ineffable quality to us. And the energy of the week is saying, like, can you share the stuff that is truly of your spirit and your soul that's unique to you at this time? It's what we need, right? Like bringing the weirdest parts of you, the most interesting parts of you, the ones that maybe you've hidden away because they seem too weird, like that stuff, the things that you love. And I'm not just talking about doing, but like the beingness of you, the time to hold it back and play like this neutral card of like just not going full out so you can be a blank canvas for people to project their own ish onto you. We're not doing that this week. Permission from this reading to share you, not the surface you, not the you that you think people will like, but that essence, your innermost self, and in ways that feel comfortable and safe to you. If that means doing it on a Facebook Live or whatever, amazing, do that. But if it actually just feels like having a really honest conversation with a friend or a partner, do that, right? This gets to be something that is in your comfort level, or maybe just a little beyond the comfort space. One of my beautiful mentors, Suze Casey, always talks about leaving the comfort zone and how that sounds really uncomfortable and unpleasant. And why would anyone want to do that when you can have a comfy, cozy experience in your comfort zone? So she reframes it as the learning zone. And for me personally, as someone who absolutely adores learning, I'm like, I will go in my learning zone anytime, right? That sounds good. I love learning. So it might be your learning zone, right? outside of the comfy zone and into the learning zone about sharing your essence expression, but there is a space for you to expand into that this week. So let's hop into the fire realm. This is the action realm. And it's also the realm of these like shamanic experiences and of rhythm and of some fun. I absolutely adore the element of fire with a lot of fire and earth in my chart. So this is the element of change, transmutation, transformation, all of those things. And what wants to come through for you and me, for all of us, is about will. Your will and divine will here. This is how you're going to be able to put all of these pieces together. So your will is that part of you that makes it to be so, that has desires, that has intention, that has the capacity to want something and then do it. That is what's going to be fueling your explorations this week as you're going through and connecting in and being a better, I should have brought all these closer, a better steward of your realm, your physicality, your foundation, your structure, so that you can run this clear and clean emotional current. You need the stable foundation with the good stewardship to be able to feel the feelings and let them flow so that you can soar as you play with that next level of essence expression. It is your will that is going to come through and support you in all of that. So dig deep, your will to create, to do something greater than what you're doing now, your desire on the soul level to evolve. That's what's going to bring all of this together and forward for you. So this feels really good. Looking at next week, feeling all of this energy, I'm so excited for you. So let me know if you're watching this either live or on the replay, if that energy feels resonant, if it makes you feel excited about the week as it's coming up for you, if it is feeling like a lot, like I have to express my essence, what? That's okay too. You've got this. You've got this. You start small and you consciously start to cultivate more and more and more with what it is that you are doing naturally, right? Let those natural impulses come forward and be like, oh, I really like doing this. That felt really good. Like follow the flow of what does feel good, right? That's one way to start expressing the essence and being a steward and everything like that. But also know that anytime we're doing something new, anytime we're expanding into the next level, it can also feel awkward, right? It can feel uncomfortable. That's what the learning zone is. Like anything new that we're doing, if it's dance choreography, learning to drive, learning how to launch a business, learning how to be a public speaker, whatever, it might feel weird at first. That's okay. That's you in the learning zone. The more you play with it, the more you practice, the more you allow it to come through, the easier it gets, okay? So, awesome. Cassie's saying, sounds exciting. I'm excited. I'm looking into that and I'm like stoked for Monday to get back to everything. There are some beautiful things that are coming down the pipeline, some different, beautiful masterclass that I'm in the process of developing with Nicole that I'll be announcing next week, with so many other beautiful things. And we're going to be playing with the elements. Maybe I'll drop a hint for you. It's called Elemental Prosperity. And we're going to be looking into how we can use the elements personally, as well as for our passion, and also for our productivity and business and professional endeavors to create more abundance and prosperity in our lives and for the earth. So I'll be sharing a lot more elemental wisdom over the next few months. So you're going to be hearing more about that. And for now, I am smelling my dinner being ready. So I want to say thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your week. And it was really fun. This was number 6 out of the 365 lives that I'm doing this year. So I'll catch you again. Have a beautiful evening. All my love.